Watch COMPTONMANIA so you can see Manny dumbass fumble the ball with the pretty girl.
COMPTONMANIA.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is your guy, Deshaun Showtime Watkins, and I am one-on-one with actor, comedian, producer, teacher, baker, and he's a photographer, the one and only Slink Johnson, the man, the myth, 6'4". Am I lying?
6'7".
6'7".
All in the back of your throat, touching the little dangly dang thing Cardi B was talking. I touched her shit too.
That's my guy, Slink Johnson. What's the deal, my man?
Oh man, it's a pleasure to be here, man. Thank you for having me, Showtime. You know what I'm talking about, Kev. You know, thank you for having me, Kev, right here with the Cam. You know,
Cam.
Yeah, I was saying Cam. I was saying Kev, but you know, I said we. You know what I'm saying? It got me high.
Fire.
But Cam got me high. And thank you, you know what I'm saying? And just for the record, I don't believe none of that shit you were saying about it.
Oh man, whether you believe it or not, I'm gonna make you believe it, bro. Like honestly, like this is awesome for me, bro, because you are somebody that I feel like is cut from the same cloth. Like when I first saw you, I think it was a couple of months ago at the protest in Long Beach, and you didn't give a fuck, bro. And that's something as a black man, sometimes you struggle with because you be wanting to, like, I gotta keep this certain image. I don't wanna let anybody down or this, but you don't give a fuck. And the cold part about it was a lot of mixed kind of different people there. And I'm thinking like, he's talking crazy. I wonder how they gonna respond. Everybody there they just fell in love with him because he's a genuine dude. And you see it in your work, you see it in your craft, you see it in your hustle. You know, and yeah, so I just feel like your story need to be told because people like you feed my fire, bro. And that's on God, no cap. Everything else is out the window, and that's real shit.
Thank you, brother. You know, we just all one day at a time, man. And again, like we were speaking earlier, I was telling you about, you know, niggas have seen many moons, and you don't get to see many moons being done. And I just feel like, you know, I try to see things from other people's perspective. Like empathy is everything. And once you can try to grasp somebody else's perspective, you know, I just try to take that and find the common things about that. You know, I just try to appeal to what's common to people. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the language might come off a little harsh or a little uncouth. But you know, once you get past the language and hear the message, I think that's what allows people to gravitate to me. The people that do, I think they hear the message beyond the language.
Real talk. And one of the first videos that I became a fan of was the whole check your nuts thing. And like I know for you it's probably like, oh man, that's funny, that's just satire. But from a person like me who I have all this talent, I've done some things, and then you lose your way. Right? And then I watch your video and you telling like, dude, you gonna do it like this, man. You need to check your nuts.
COMPTONMANIA. Whoa!
Like, and that's real talk. Like, we have to learn to love ourselves. And I even, you know, the shirt, smoke yours. And I love your definition behind smoke yours. It's just like, it's do you regardless. Whatever you know what I'm saying? Like,
whatever you is, man, smoke yours, man. Motherfuckers, I think nowadays, with social media and everything, we concentrate on other people too much.
Yeah.
Smoke yours. Whatever you smoke or whatever you do, smoke yours just to do you, man. Whatever it is, man. Ski yours, nigga. I wouldn't give a fuck. Drum yours. You know what I'm saying? Fucking pave the street yours. I wouldn't give a fuck. Whatever it is you do, you do it. And I think that, you know, a lot of people use the cannabis connotation. That's the first thing they jump to. But it ain't always it for me. You know what I'm saying? It's more like do you. And I like to translate that message to kids. Like, I don't think that enough kids in the ghetto in particular are encouraged to be themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got to encourage these dudes. Like, you know, you got too much negative influence to tell you come out on the block. But my nigga, you might be a good ass woodworker.
Straight.
That interest you see, and you got to feed these kids when they be interested in something. Give them their season and feed it. You know, the season might become a lifetime. And the reason I say give them their season, because, you know, they like something for a minute and don't like it no more. But you just got to give them their season. They might grasp on to something and fuck around and take it for a lifetime. So do you. Young niggas out there, do you, man. Do you, man. Whatever it is, look, man, fuck what that nigga next door talking about, man. Because that nigga ain't talking about shit. And 10 years from now, he's going to be in prison and you're going to be in Culinary Arts School. Don't worry about what that nigga talking about.
That's real shit. That's real shit. So like for you, you know, we're gonna get into your upcoming projects too, but I wanna hold that off. I wanna like basically like get to know your story. Like what got you going and doing your craft? Cause you're a man of many talents.
Yeah, man. As far as acting and comedy, man, I get that to my boy Jason Van Veen. Back in the days when we were much younger, I met this guy, Jason, and he was working in the same area I was working at. And, you know, we had just kind of, you know, I was a security guard in a shopping center. He worked in the damn...
Wasn't nobody fucking with you neither, huh? 6, 7?
No, I was over there in Marina Del Rey too, wild with a beanie on my head. You know, I had a beanie hanging off and shit. I was wild as hell. White folks was not fucking with me. But it's cool, though. Jason and I became friends, but Jason, I didn't know that Jason was a filmmaker. And... in us developing our friendship, we kind of took a liking to, you know, my personality in that regards. And, you know, he's like, hey, you're natural. I'm gonna put you in one of my sketches. And this was in 1994. And from then, I kept doing it with him out of friendship, because that's my buddy. I wasn't really tripping on so much, I'm gonna be a star, I wanna be an actor. I think had I thought about that more then, I'd probably be a lot further in my career than I am. But, you know, for me, Showtime, man, life is this art and this creation, it gotta be fun for me.
Right.
And, you know, if I ain't getting paid, it has to be fun. It has to be like, and I can do this shit like, I'm addicted to being creative, especially when I'm having fun. Right. Again, we talked earlier, I'm telling you the shit I'm into, man, I'm like a real big nerd. I'm like, when I get into it, I dive head first, and I'm having so much fun. But to go back to working with Jason, you know, it's like working with a friend. And, you know, again, that's my partner, and we, you know, he just had me on his sets, and they started off small, humble sets at first, but that kind of geared me to go on to do more stuff like I'm doing now, and I really appreciate him for that. And, you know, again, nigga just was just doing some shit because the homie was doing it, and it's just always fun. Hip hop was my first foray into entertainment. I wanted, you know, my thing, I thought I was gonna be a rapper. When I first started rapping, I thought about now I'd be the West Coast Jay-Z or something. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it didn't pan out like I wanted it to when I wanted to. And that leads me to say this. You out there hustling, you out there grinding, you out there working on your craft. It's taking longer than you wanted to. You feeling up against the ropes. Don't give up.
Right.
Do not give up, nigga. Don't give up. Keep the fuck going. You dig? Because the minute you give up, you'll get back to it, but you don't set yourself, you just like starting all over. Yep.
And also just to add to that is don't despise small beginnings. Like that's real talk. Like that's respect. And go ahead.
Yeah, you can't despise small beginnings, because everybody started small. Yeah. Everybody, you know, you just might not see those pictures. But But everybody, niggas was out here skinny, with no chains, probably had a fucked up outfit on. You know what I'm saying? Teeth wasn't fixed yet. You know what I'm saying? Well, none of this shit. 2 chins, fat, stank. Now look at him, top 40.
See what happens when you learn to use deodorant?